Okay, so I'm making this disclaimer at the very beginning of the video because I feel like it's important to mention this before I go into like all the modification part of it. I'm reverting back to stock. And that might sound kind of counterintuitive to the video, but I genuinely feel like somebody else that has a lot more fabrication than me can probably pull this off. But I'm gonna revert back to stock and I'm gonna do paddle shifters instead. And yeah, it just doesn't look perfect. It's not where I want it to be. And if there's one thing my bro Dallas taught me was, if you're not gonna do it right, just don't do it at all, or just revert back to stock. And that's exactly what I'm doing. I'd rather save up the money and do it right instead of having this, I don't know, it's not perfect, it's very imperfect. So yeah, just a little disclaimer, well, very big disclaimer at the beginning of the video. If you don't have the time or the tools to do it, do not even try it. New modification, Ford F-150 shifter for the Maverick. And the cool thing is literally it's plug and play. I just tested it out. This is gonna be kind of a tutorial video. It's not really though, because I already took the freaking console out, but it'll kind of be a tutorial video. So let me go ahead and like flip the camera and I'll show you guys. The center console literally is held in by 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts. This is where it sits. So what I got to figure out is how I'm going to mount the actual shifter on the ground, because there's not really much place to put it, because I'm kind of looking at it and it's kind of got to sit like right here somewhere, like in this area. So I don't know how I'm going to mount it yet. There's a couple pages on the Maverick forum that have a kind of write-up, but he really didn't show what to do. The guy was kind of a fraud too. He ended up, you know, kind of going ghost because people bought parts from me. That's besides the point. I don't know how I'm going to mount it up yet. I'm kind of trying to figure that out right now. The old shifter, the dial shifter, mounts in these points right here. Put the shifter in basically right here and in this spot right here. So we'll see how that goes. I'm not sure how it's going to happen yet. Okay, so now I have the Dremel out and I got to cut this piece right here off to start. And then after we cut this off, it's going to be just finagling it and trying to make sure that we get this to fit in here with the cup holders here, and then this piece right here. This piece might have to come out, honestly. We're not sure yet. Found another issue. The cable, or like the plug right here, it sits right here pretty much. And this plug, which is the plug for it, will not reach all the way back to where it needs to go. So we have this cut out, so that's good, but it still doesn't fit. So there's gonna need to be a little bit more trimming for this. But yeah, it's a little bit of a pain in the ass. There might have to be a little bit of trimming on the actual console too. So we'll see. And this really only reaches like to right here. So it's gotta go this way. So got some bolt cable, gonna extend them. Great time. Cable's lengthened. This is the day after that I'm doing all this. But now it's trying to get this to kind of sit well with all of the modules down here. It's kind of tough because there's a lot of stuff down here because there's a lot of modules, obviously. So I'm just moving stuff around, trying to see what can move around and what can be, you know, changed. From there, trying to get the actual console to fit with the shifter on here. So it's going to take some time. It's going to take some messing around, but we'll get there. This is what you realize. You're passing no point of no return, and you're having to freaking grind out bolts that are in the way. Yay. All right, so everything's kind of in its place now. I had to shift this back a little bit. The PCU is up here. You can kind of see it right there. And then I had to grind that bolt off, or cut it actually. I didn't even grind it. I had to literally cut that thing. And then it kind of sits right here. And this is kind of the final resting spot. And now what I have to do is I have to chop a little bit of this plastic off because it keeps hitting right here, like on the corner right here. And so after I chop it off, it should fit a lot better. All right, so I went ahead and trimmed everything, and I put some hosing from Ace. It's just regular like water hosing for, you know, when you have a garden or something like that. It's just that kind of tubing, and I just cut it in half and put it around. And then so it kind of fits like that now. And I just need something to cover that hole right there, and we should be good to go. Okay, so this is kind of what it looks like right now. Getting better. I need to figure this out right here because it does not look good at all. And then after that, another thing I need to figure out is cover this. I need to find a plastic, like a black plastic, like shroud or something that I could just put right here for now. And then the last thing is maybe getting something 3D printed, I think would be perfect so that it like looks good and I can kind of use it to mount this as well. I don't know how I'd incorporate it. I have no idea, but it is looking way better now. And like I said, the fact that this thing actually works pretty much straight out the gate, minus the plus and minus buttons, it's pretty freaking awesome, man. All right, so one of the things on the forums that people kept asking is, does it go back to park after you turn off the truck automatically? And the answer to that, turn it off. There you go. It does. And you can fold it back.